Okay, this is last try after tinkering with this for freaking ages. Let's see if I can get this Underrot rolling. Ah, that might be a little bit loud for you boys. I might reduce that a bit. Okay, so here. I'm not running the talents I'd usually run for this. Apotheosis, probably not. If you wanted to optimize, you'd probably use Divine Star instead of Benediction. Guardian Angel, I don't trust the tank, so it's worth it. Well, looks like we're pulling. Apotheosis, I'm not such a fan, it's just that you get so much more value out of Light of the Naru. It's just really good if you want to push stuff. Before you start, always put Renews out. It's free healing, it lets your regen start, it lets you focus on a little bit of damage before you start. And, of course, like, yeah, that's always better. Your tank, especially, like, you need to see what tank you are. If you're playing with certain tanks, you might have to heal them a little bit more regularly. Otherwise, you can just reject it. You can just you have to top them off. But generally speaking, you won't have to top off your tank instantly. As you can see, right, well, he splattered. If they don't do the Quake, there's not much you can do. Like, he was 50% HP, he just instantly got wiped by the Quake. That's just their bad. I've got Quake Timer here, which, like, just above my raid frames. Not sure if you can see my mouse. But it also always tells me when it comes out, and also it'll give me an audio warning if my cast will be interrupted by Quake. It's only a little bit of a pain if this is such a bad routing. This is asking for an interpol. Oh well. I'll be hopeful. Here, basics. Try and put as many, like, keep a couple of renews just to be safe. Make sure that you're ready to purge, because these guys have, like, a Dark Root Constitution, and they have Gift of Gahoon, which are both things you can purge off. Like, that's pretty important. As you can see, I got 2 Surge of Light procs there, which is really fun. I'm just going to get rid of that. I shouldn't have used my cloak there, honestly. The reason why I'm running this much corruption is because I'm trying to see how Ineffable, like, Void Ritual actually pans out. And because later on I'm planning on trying to see if I can get Ineffable Truth, the offhand off Il'gynoth. And if I get the offhand off Il'gynoth, that would be fantastic. I'll be able to get Ineffable Truth. And it'll probably be rough. Yeah, it is like 30 corruption off it, so running with 35 extra is quite good tell. Here is the perfect example of why I would go for Guardian Spirit, my talent, which is right here. Guardian Angel, sorry. It's literally because the tank takes a hell of a bunch of damage. If I don't want to have to worry too much about it, I can just not. Master Spell is your friend here. Like, there I managed to get rid of both the... what are they called? The fears. Generally speaking, this is the part of the dungeon which always goes well, because people skip the right packs, they skip the annoying ones. I'm getting rid of it on me because I'm a dick. But, like, it's basically not what you want. Like, this part is, like, it's got all these ads which have, like, Dark Constitution, which needs interrupts, and they have a bunch of damage, which is a pain. I don't have my, like... Yeah, like the master spell is really good. It's just that it doesn't like have it has quite a long cooldown, so it's quite nice. Don't forget your racials. For example, there I used Arcane Torrent. Like, I know I will only need it for the pack after the second boss, so I have no remorse of using it now, because I'm sure I'll have it up then. So far so good, apart from them getting squished by quaking. And they might, yeah, they got squished again. It hasn't been too bad. Here, like, you need to take into account that panicking is no point. Like, this is a demon hunter. We got bloodlust going up. I might as well just smite because it costs me no mana, and I can. My camera's really badly put. Okay, here, perfect. And I can just smite away and just wait until I get procs. And when I get procs, I bank them. Like here, I'm banking. That guy does not need healing straight away. He's already got a renew on him. So here, I'm gonna start prayer mending into Holy Word Serenity. I used both my procs. Wow, that guy melted. Don't know how. Keep on using smites on the boss, trying to get some procs. I'm getting procs, so that makes me have 2 stacks of Holy Fire, which is increased damage, which is OP. You might be wondering why I'm not using Holy Word Chastise as extra damage. The reason is I'm running quite high corruption, which means that if I get hit by my Spooky, I'll get a second one of these really painful zones, and I do not want to deal with that. Like, it's awful. Incoming the worst packs of teaming. This is gonna be shit. I'm gonna tell you now, because these fetid maggots, like, either people are sneaky and they deal with it properly, or they're not. Nope, they're not. They're taking all the maggots, which means it's gonna be hell on earth for us. Like, I just need to hope that it doesn't focus my side. Nope, it didn't. Oh shit. Yep, that happens. That's them being stupid. Like, it's really bad. Like, you need either stealth pots or people to know what they're doing. If they don't, you just wipe here because there's way too many maggots, which is a bummer. It always happens. It literally always happens, and I hate the way that in that case it was even the mage who pulled. That just makes me so much more salty. Because they have a spell which literally makes them invisible. So if he really did not want to get hit, he could have just invised and it would have been fine. But oh well, it's not always that case. Yeah, sorry for the funky movement. I was getting my chair to not fucking annoy me. Anyway, let's talk corruption. I've got increased versatility, which for me, pushing higher keys, versatility is king. Like, especially on a priest when you have very low damage reduction baseline. They're gonna get splattered, aren't they? Yep. Why do you pull without the healer? Might as well. I mean, it's part of the fun. Yeah, this guy seems to know where to go. Oh shit, that was stupid. See, even if you have add-ons, you can still fuck up. That's something which will always happen. They're aiming for me, so let's see if I can stand on the side. Yeah, nice. That was good. No, let's not deal with this, not with these big boys. But normally, once you've done these big boys, it's fine. Like, you have your AoE Fear here, which can stop them all from spitting, which is fantastic. It's also one of the reasons why going Shining Force is incredibly good, because here, like, I wait until they War Stomp, so okay, not gonna have to deal with that one. And there might be another one, and if another one comes out, I'll be able to knock them back again. So, okay, here I'm waiting, and normally... Oh, shit. Do I not have that right spot? Nope, I don't. I'm an idiot. Too used to playing disc. Quickly gonna put that on the bars on the right spot, because I use it there, where my health stone is usually. Like in raids, like it depends on the boss, but like some bosses you just don't need Shining Force, so I just put my health stone there. It's just way more accessible. Now we've done pretty much the hardest packs in here. Like all the rest, you have tools which you can stop easily, and honestly, like it's a bit sad seeing as we do have a demon hunter and we have a Tauren. Like we shouldn't have wiped there, but it was a really nasty pull because the guy it's the mage who pulled, which was awful. Yeah, here it is taking worse of a bad situation. I did not want to take the pool, so I had to take a last stick of the Eye of Corruption, but it's alright. It's not too much damage when you only have 5 stacks of it. It's a good spread. There you go. That's why Renew is a little bit OP, and it's always good to have a couple out during dungeons, because the ticks of Renew can give you Surge of Light procs, which is fantastic. I still haven't... I should be using... It's also one of the reasons why I don't particularly like using Apotheosis that much. It's because, as you can see, I'm not using it enough to really make it worth it. Oh, you can fuck off. Oh, no. Maybe it isn't. Do I have my... No, I don't. I'm gonna die here anytime. No? I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, 15 stacks of this is bad. It's like I focused him, but I couldn't stun him because my stun was still on cooldown, I think. Or I just fucked up. Pretty sure my stun was still on cooldown. I have a tendency of using it too much, which means that like with this higher corruption, it's actually pretty good because it's teaching me not to use it as liberally. You see that Quake thing, like Quake alert, you saw the bar was green, so that basically means that I'm fine. This place has a lot of damage, so I'm not sure if this dungeon is as good to be running on such high corruption. However, Tol de Gore, I can tell you, I've done a +10 today on Tol de Gore. Running high corruption works fine. Here you can knock them back and slow them with 90%, helping the guy who's kiting. I think they should be pulling a little bit more here, honestly. Like, they're not pulling very hard at all. But honestly, it might be because the tank like saw that we wiped on a ninja pull and just doesn't want to take the risk. In your downtime, every single time you have downtime, like, you want to make sure that you're always smiting and such. This group setup is almost ideal for me. The ideal group setup is having there's the tank being just above my target and me being right beside the tank. Those are the best. Here I don't have much of a choice. I have to silence. And oh shit, that's bad. Yeah, the main problem here is people aren't CCing enough, because that maggot like was aiming at the worst spot in the world. See there, I just used my Guardian Spirit. That avoided him dying because it consumed it. That was quite good. Like, it could have been better. Like here, the Balrog, normally that should be CC'd, but apparently people here are a little bit sleepy on the CC. And the thing is, it just pisses off you as a priest, because generally speaking, if you're playing... Oh, Balrog. Because when you're playing a priest, you have very low mobility, so that really fucks you over. Like, even when it comes to... Oh, Balrog's gonna spit at me. Oh, that guy CC'd it. Is this guy gonna actually die because he's not gonna kite properly? Oh, fuck me. Like, he's so close to dying. This guy just doesn't enjoy kiting, and I don't know why. Like, it's not as if this is really not hard. And he's burning out as well. Like, he died, so to speak. I don't get him. He's literally like, oh shit, Balrog, and he's gonna... Oh, I got the CC. That was a bit of a waste. Now I have to admit, it's a little bit harder for cloth wearers, because cloth wearers, you simply have less HP. So less HP means like, it's more of a pain to like, no, you have less armor, which means that those guys who focus you, they literally eat you apart. So that really sucks. I'm not sure how we're doing on time. I do think that it depends. Like, it depends on how our tank does the pulls afterwards and how we do on the second boss, if we're actually going to be doing it in time. Because last boss, as a priest, you have significant advantages compared to other classes, so I'm not too worried about that. Here, Wave of Decay, not much you can do, you can only dodge. I don't like the fact that that guy's standing on me, because if Quaking comes out, like, it's going to be a bit of a pain, because like, he should blink away, but if he doesn't, like, it's just making me have to move, and every time I move, it's not that good for me. Your fear is fantastic against those guys. You fear them, and they fuck off, and they might dash to you, like, after a while, but, like, already it gives you so much space. The only thing which scares me a bit is you get the focus thing above your head, and it's kind of similar in my mind to when you're getting focused by one of the spookies. And honestly, I think that the spookies are way more deadly with this corruption I'm running than anything else. They're spreading alright. Here I'm trying to find a good spot to do some big AoE healing. In downtime, sometimes I use just regular heals, because regular heals heal for more than your flash heal does. But like, you don't get half the benefits of flash heal. Rebuffing, I'm a noob, should have done that earlier. There's Rotten Bile, and is he going to... No. Why was I not casting? Because he was using the Sonic Screech, and... Okay, I'm just gonna CC you, I'm not gonna bother. That's why Chastise is so fantastic, and Yep, he's still fucking me. Okay, so here, Quick Fear, that's always good. Ah, he's focusing someone else now, that's fantastic. Balrog, let's see where he's facing. Not my way, fantastic. Like, that's why I really advise all healers, especially in dungeons, to have their raid frames very near to their actual, no, their party frames very near to their actual person, because it makes it so much... Oh, don't whack me. It makes it so much easier for you to tell if something is focusing you, what they're casting, what you should be doing at what time. Trinket, it does crazy damage, crazy mana regen. It's a little bit overkill, seeing as I'm also running Lucid Dreams. Like, I'm probably going to stop running Lucid Dreams, but it's just that I don't have that many good other options. Honestly, my favorite option, which I'm starting to enjoy more and more, is actually using Crucible of Flame, because Crucible of Flame, the damage it does is actually pretty impressive. I'm starting here with an Apotheosis. Unfortunately, Quaking came out just as I started it. Why? Because it makes me be able to reset all my holy spells, the holy words, which means that I'll have it ready, and it makes me be able to get more Chastise off, and more Chastise equals more damage, and they're not squashing them. Oh well. That's not very smart. Like, as a priest, like, of course you can, like, if I'm smiting, like, off cooldown, I'm usually trying to do it at the small ones and not the big ones because of the bite. The bite is stacking up already to, oh fuck, I'm slow like hell. The bite stacks up, or like, you already had 5 stacks of it, so... Your flash heal, generally speaking, it is really, really good. Like, it's really fast, so you can, with a Quake Assist, you can literally, like, get so much reduced, you can do it so fast that it's actually really great. Here we have quite a few ticks, a little bit more than to my liking. Oh my god, I need to get rid of the slow. Here, Nova heals a bit, and it helps you out quite a bit, and while you're moving, you're always using your renews, which is fantastic. Hoping to get a proc of Surge of Light. Here, using a big fat heal. See here, I just cast one, just so that it timed well, and seeing as I saw that the bar was green, I knew it was fine. Charge is coming out. Unfortunately, it was on me. Here, I'm keeping on putting some renews out, making sure I squash stuff using myself a feather. Macroed, if I might add, instead of clicking over your character like a dummy. That's a fun one. This is like one of the places where your flash heal really shines because of 2 things. One, there's the talent which I usually take, which is Trail of Light, which honestly I don't know why I didn't take, because that's really, really moronic. Meaning that when you chain your flash heals, you're actually healing for way more than you should be. Squash that quickly. You're healing way more because you can chain heal people. It's really fantastic. I do think that the DPS is a bit low in this run. Like, I'm gonna check. I don't think, yeah, like, we've got really low DPS. That 27k on a Demon Hunter. Granted, it's not AoE, but regardless, like, it should be higher. Yeah, like, my spec is extremely overkill when it comes to mana regen. I mean, I'm playing a Blood Elf, so I'm constantly getting more, I'm getting regen. This is the pack I was talking about being able to dispel. You see 2 Bone Shields come out, instantly use Arcane Torrent, so both of them fuck off. Fantastic. I'm banking this Surge of Light. My indicator tells me that, like, when it's gonna expire, and I rather use it just as it expires than otherwise. What else is there to know? You see Lucid Dreams, which is right here. I'm sitting on it, which is unfortunate, but, like, there's nothing I can do. Here I'm just dispelling all of it and using some Novas, because that's the best AoE I can do at the moment. Someone wants to do the Pylon. I think he's not right. He doesn't understand which game he's in. Pylons is, not from Warcraft, man. Generally speaking, I don't really bother with healing really shitty amounts because I'm way better off healing. Okay, I'm gonna silence that as well. Fuck me, they're just eating all the damage. This is a bit of a pain because sometimes there's nothing you can do. But generally speaking, that was quite fortunate for me because my versatility procced and my void ritual, meaning that I had quite a bit of oh shit, I'm gonna have to focus up here. You see here I'm going to master spell these so that he gets, I get rid of all of it. Unfortunately, that means I won't have it. I popped up Apotheosis here because I did not want to deal with having, like, this pack is particularly nasty. If you saw, there was a 5-pack of mobs, and having more Holy Word Serenities really helps out. Especially when you get Surge of Light procs like that. Like, I instantly get my Holy Word back up. Here I'm dispelling these. The mage should really be spell stealing them. But, well, honestly, what the hell am I thinking? Do I really think that I'm having a good mage in my group? Don't think so. So, more commentary. What can I say? This place looks fantastic. One of the best dungeons ever. Like, of BFA in any case. Like, I did prefer Ataldazar for a long time. But, Ataldazar, after a while, like, I don't know. I think it's just because I've had too many bad memories of it. And I do think that, like, it's a 5-boss dungeon, which makes it slightly more, like, it's slightly longer. And I think that just going into higher keys, I've just noticed so many more flaws in Ataldazar than in Underrot. There's a volley which is coming out. Yeah, who the fuck kicks a volley, right? And kicking is overrated. Prayer we're mending, off cooldown all the time. Especially seeing as I'm running, is it called Benediction? Yeah, Benediction. Is someone gonna get zapped? No, but there's a volley which is gonna come out. I'm gonna just Hymn of Hope. No, is it Hope? No, this is a Divine Hymn. If only they had right thing. You see this? It tells me that I'll be my cast will be done in time. And I've got my Corruption proccing, which fucking sucks. And they ninja pulled, which is fucking fantastic. At least I managed to mount up and get in range. Here, Withering Curse, someone interrupted it in time, that's fantastic. Here, I don't really bother, like, I've got Holy Word Serenity. Like, if I'm not sure if I'm going to get my cost out in time, I usually just transition into refreshing a couple of renews. Because what's the worst that can happen? They have a hot which ticks on them and for nothing. It's just preemptively, like, it's getting you ready for, like, later stuff, so... Like, incoming damage, so... Can't hurt. Here, I've got a proc while I'm running. There you go. Need to get out of my zone. Did they not interrupt that in time? I swear that guy was at, like, max, like, I thought he was just dead and the other guy was just trying to raise dead. Oh well. Here, while I'm moving, I'm just casting a couple of renews. I try to prioritize the tank and myself. Let's wait until tank goes in. I prioritize the tank and myself. Me, because when I'm running higher keys, I'm usually running Perseverance, which means I take reduced damage, which is A-okay. Oh, you fuck off. There you go. Quick stun. And afterwards, I'll be able to knock him back normally, if needed. Nope, not needed. Fantastic. I'm going to see if I can get a macro so that I just push my my Holy Word Chastise, and it just instantly chastises it. That'd be fantastic. Also here, like, I'm using Feather on myself, which works fantastically because I've macroed it on the same button as my mount. So when I'm in combat, I just use a Feather at my location. If I need to set up Feathers otherwise, I've got another keybind, so I can set them up preemptively. This is a fight which is alright to set up... Oh, he's getting eaten. This is a fight which is alright to preemptively set up some feathers. It helps the DPS a bit to get to certain zones. I like to play a minigame on this boss. It's basically... I don't trust my tank and my DPS, so I'm going to do the boss mechanic by myself. That's basically the name of the game. It's just a little bit of a pain when I'm running this much corruption, because I have high odds of getting... spooky ghosts and bad zones and all sorts of crap which I don't want to deal with. Oh god, I hope my feathers go back into the real world. That'd be sad. Ah, yep, they do. Perfect. So here, what I tend to do is I tend to go somewhere like further than everyone else. I wait until all the mushrooms are spawned, and then I literally go proc. Oh my god, the slow from my corruption. Okay, and I literally got slow by corruption, which really fucking sucks. Here, there are some spaces which are really good, like here, where you can just stand here and you'll basically not take any damage, like from the pools. I don't really care about the tank, he's got his eyes on him, so it's fantastic. I do need to take care of my party a bit more. Being a bit distracted, trying to see if I can actually give you good input here. I'm gonna get tired. I don't know how streamers do it for talking hours and hours on end, or like talking shit. Oh shit, they forgot to get some. This is bad. Corruption blooms. Let's see if I can master spell this. No, I can't. This hurts so bad. But I got them. Here, like, people don't do their jobs, which is why I try to soak, but I got really unfortunate with the soaking. No, but it's still good. I managed to stabilize. Here, I'm gonna proc these 3, and I ninja'd an ad, which is fantastic. Thank god I got chastised, but so tank should pick it up. Ah, nice. He did pick it up. Honestly, there comes a point where I can't do much. Like, I have to, like, he's getting to 84% energy, so I have to start taking some of these orbs, which, like, I really don't want to. Volatile pods. There you go. Quick fear. Oh, shit. I'm gonna die. Yeah. That was my bad. Looking like such a scrub at the moment. The extra pull was really bad, but honestly, not much I could do. Patrol. I'm probably not going to send you this recording. Make myself look good. But honestly, like the DPS is so awful. How are you only at 35k in this dungeon? It's really really shit. And also, like, I don't really feel that bad about it because the patrol was literally on the edge of the pool. So like if I was to soak the mechanic and deal with it, then I had to go over there. It's just unfortunate that the patrol was there. Oh, good, he left party. Fantastic. Time to end recording and see what quality it is.